Hey there, family. This is your friend Adrian with Launchpad Services, and we are operating out of Palm Bay, Florida, namely the Central Florida area, Melbourne, West Melbourne, Vieira, Cocoa, Granville area, Vero, even as south as Port St. Lucie, and as north as Orlando, or northwest as Orlando, north as Titusville. So if you're in this area, well, this message is for you. If you're not in this area, it will also be a relevant message because you may be living in another state somewhere where you may have these issues that we will discuss. Today, I want to talk about 4 reasons why an air conditioning company or an HVAC company would need to come out to your home. And the last point that I'm going to make, it's going to be a bonus tip that's going to really help some of us with getting these transactions done in a much more simpler way. So stick to the last few minutes of this video for that nugget. All right, so number 1, the first reason why a air conditioning company would need to come out to your home is number 1, no cool. As you know, it's the middle of the summer, it's getting hot. Your homes are obviously depending on the air conditioning system to do what it does to keep you comfortable. In Florida, we have a lot of humidity. We have a lot of heat, to say the least, and many people will definitely experience a lot of discomfort without the proper use of the air conditioner. Therefore, where there is a absolute no cool, you go to the thermostat and somehow it just doesn't come on, or the thermostat's blank, or the system maybe it sounds like it's running, maybe the fan is on and it's just not cooling, or it's blowing hot air, or maybe there's ice on the lines, or you're seeing water dripping. These are signs that your system is broken and you may need a technician to come out. And then what you do, you jump on your phone, you go on Google, you go on Facebook, you call your friend, you call your neighbor, you're in panic. Oh my God, my air conditioning system isn't working. It's hot in my house. I need somebody out here quickly. All right, so companies like mine, Launchpad Services, we are available, and we would normally book you, and we're coming out to you. So that would be one way that you would have an air conditioning company come out to your home. And the second reason you would have an air conditioning company come out to your home is if you have a low cool. So first you have a no cool, but now you have a low cool. So, hey, maybe your system is running. Maybe it was fine during the cooler months, but now that there's a greater demand on the system, you may experience warm spots in your home being more amplified. You're actually feeling sweaty and sticky in your home, whereas normally it would be nice and comfortable. This could mean that your system may be low on refrigerant. It could mean that your system is intermittently turning on or off. It could mean that there may be something going on with your thermostat. It could mean that you have a clogged drain line that causes the system to shut off temporarily, and then when the water drains out, the system turns back on. It could be a myriad of things. But in that case, in addition to that, you could have ductwork system issues. You could have a compressor issue. There are so many ways a system can produce a low cool. It's not even funny. And so you pretty much need to get a professional out. Obviously, you're gonna do what you do. If you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, you're gonna go on Google, you're gonna go on YouTube, and you're gonna try to figure out what is going on with my system. And if for some of us who are researchers and just we don't want to have to bother anybody to come out to their house, you're probably gonna figure it out some way. But the fact of the matter is, the professional coming out to your home is probably going to be your best bet to accurately resolve the problem. Case in point, I had a client the other day that called us out. Hey, Adrian, my system isn't working. Okay, we'll get you scheduled. No problem. See you in about a couple hours. Maybe an hour later, she calls back and said, hey, you know what? The system came right back on. And you don't have to come out anymore. Well, we agreed with her to the degree where we were so busy that day. And so it was a relief that she decided not to have us out that day because we would have had to move things around to get to her, which if we had to, we had to. Fact of the matter is, she called back in and she canceled the appointment. Well, what do you know? A day later, she calls back. Oh my God, Adrian, it's not working again. Well, we obviously went out there. Turns out that she had an issue like what we mentioned a while ago, a float switch issue, which is connected to her drainage. Her drainage backed up, triggered the float switch, shut the system down, and it turned back on. So if you are like me, you know, you're going to try to dig around to see what you can do to fix it or whatever. But in many cases, you probably need to call somebody out. So that's one of the scenarios where there is a low cool, the system may not be doing what it's supposed to do the way it used to. The third way you may need somebody to come out to your home is for a maintenance or a tune-up. We have tons and tons of club members who are literally on a pre-scheduled tune-up roster where every 6 months we're going out and we're doing their preventative maintenance. We do what we call a 21-point precision tune-up, where we pretty much take care of our customer from top to bottom. We call it bumper to bumper service. We're checking everything: airflow, air quality, refrigerant pressures. We're checking the mechanical and the plumbing and the refrigeration and the electrical of that system in its entirety. We're actually known for that program more than we are anything else, because I remember when I was just coming up into this industry, my old boss, Theodore Morgan from Premier Comfort Services down there in West Palm, there are two things you'd get fired for. When we're doing a tune-up, if we never took the top off of the outdoor unit and vacuumed out the leaves and rinsed the coils from inside out, or if you didn't wear floor savers. And so I've taken that same value system in our business where we do a full tune-up. We take the top off. We're rinsing the coil from inside out. I'm talking the outdoor unit now. And we're vacuuming out leaves, and we're making sure that the system is breathing well. So that's a way you'd call somebody out to your home to do a preventative tune-up or a maintenance, and that comes complimentary when you're a member. Memberships are annually or they're monthly. We have both. Our membership is $19 a month, and we do a full tune-up every 6 months to our customers who are members, and we have an annual membership, which is $249 a year. That is for people who don't want to do a subscription-based model. They just want to renew every year. You can argue one way or the other. We don't care what option you go on. Once you're on a membership, that's important. The manufacturers actually encourage homeowners to do maintenance on their unit, especially when it comes on to later on down the road when there is a need for a warranty part. A lot of these warranty companies would like to see records that you have been maintaining your system. And I've seen where warranty companies always try to wiggle out of the obligation to honor their word by saying, hey, you didn't maintain the system and it's negligence and that's why it failed. So not that that's the case with everybody, but we're seeing where that has been an issue. So maintenance is important. So maintenance would be the third way you would bring somebody out to your home. You'd go on Google and you say, hey, let me see these ratings. Let me see the customer reviews. Let me look up this company. Let me see if they're the right fit for my home and my family and my schedule. And then you'll call them up and they'll come out and they'll do what they do, and they charge you a one-time fee or they sign you up on their membership. That's pretty much how it's done in our industry. The next reason that you would have somebody come out to your home is for a free estimate. All right. I've had the system for 8 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. Last week we had a lady, she had a system for 20 years. And I want a new one. I need somebody to come out to my house right now and give me a quote. What is it gonna cost? How much is it gonna be? Oh my God, this is an expensive expedition. My uncle across the street put his in 5 years ago for $5,000, you know, but my neighbor across the street put his in last week for $20,000. What's the difference? What fits my home? What do I need? I don't want to pay a lot. I don't care. I want the best one. Whatever that narrative may be going on in your head, that would probably be one of the reasons prior to now that you'd have somebody going out to your home. Obviously, you want to be able to choose the right company to come out to your home. And if I should segue a little bit, I've been doing this a very long time, and I've seen and heard a lot of crazy things. You don't want to call just any old company out to your house. You never want to just take the approach of, I want the cheapest one, or the first 4 companies, or I'm going to get this amount of quotes. That model is just broken, in that everybody has a way of getting over on the customer if the customer is not informed. And so there are so many other ways now that, based on technology, you're able to really assess not only just a machine or a box that blow air, but more the values of the company that you're actually inviting into your home. So with that being said, one of the reasons you would have somebody coming out to your home is due to the fact that you need an estimate. They'll come out, they'll do measurements, they'll do checks, they'll check everything, and they'll see pretty much what it's going to cost. In 2024 and 2025, technology is advancing, and so even that, which is my bonus point, has changed a little bit. So the new wave now is online price quotes. And let me say this, a lot of people are going to freak out. They're going to say, well, you can't really do an online price quote because you're not going to know the copper line set size, you're not going to know the wire size, you're not going to know the duct system, you're not going to know this, you're not going to know that. When primarily, that's true to some degree, but many times, and I've seen this, I've gone out to homes and customers just needed to get a general understanding of what it's going to cost. How should I prepare for this? How am I going to position myself for this type of major replacement or major investment for my home? And pretty much they need to understand pricing. A lot of people take time off from work, and if you know anything about our industry, that and the cable company, they give you 2 to 4 hour time windows, and they still end up coming in late because it's just so busy. And so you're waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 different occasions, having somebody else come out to your home. If you're like me and you're on the run all the time, you got a lot of stuff going on. I got 4 kids. I go to church. I'm involved in my church activities. I'm always running, and I'm involved in my business. I don't have time to sit around and wait for 4, 5, 6 different companies to come out to my house just to give me some information. And I've been doing this a long time, and I can see where customers are so frustrated because you're getting all sorts of pricing all over, and you're getting all sorts of insight, and mostly information that you're getting is flawed because it's based on that company's viewpoint and what they think the customer should have. At Launchpad Services, we take a different tact. We listen to the customer. We pretty much listen to what they are looking for. We understand the value system of that customer, what's important to them and their home. And we use our existing or pre-existing knowledge of what home comfort should be to help them to make a decision across different levels, whether it's the high-end, high-efficiency equipment with hospital-grade filtration, quiet and powerful, or whether it's a mid-tier, or it's a standard tier, it's a basic tier. We are pretty much moving in a way that's going to be 100% in line with the value system of that customer. And so with that being said, we are trying every day to get better systems and processes in place so that our customers can be comfortable when we come into their home. Based on our reputation, who we are as a 5-star Google rated company, or as a A-rated listed company in the Better Business Bureau, or just general good corporate stewards. We pretty much love serving our community, and we have so many different circumstances where we have gone above and beyond, not only just to do a great job, but to really extend a hand of help to those who are less fortunate in our community. And that's pretty much our culture, our corporate culture. But with that aside, coming back to the 4.5 or the 5th option that you can now avert to get results from an air conditioning company or HVAC company, you don't necessarily have to be subjected to call an HVAC company at your home to get a quote anymore. You heard me right. You can now get quotes over the internet. Believe it or not, we have now developed a system, a mechanism, a powerful new way that we are trying out, and we love the results we've been getting so far. Customers are now able to get an idea of pricing. They're able to get an idea of what's going to cost from a monthly payment standpoint, and obviously we offer financing, and so people are able to now see how much it's going to cost even without us coming out. They have already trusted our brand. They know who we are. They know we're local. They know we're taking care of our customers. They see the reviews and they say, hey, you know what? I want to do business with these guys. And with that being said, they'll reach out to us online, and then they'll go in and they'll put their information in, size of their home, where their system is located, and different specifications that give us 90% accuracy in terms of what it will cost for the unit. It is only then and after that point when they get a general understanding that they will pretty much decide if they want to move forward with taking the next step of giving us the opportunity, which we value, to come out to their home and to really finalize or to consolidate every information that they've already gotten online. So many times we've gone out to customers' homes and they had to discuss it with their next significant other. Sometimes people didn't even have plans to do the project now. They just saw the ad and they were just curious. Understand too that we're a business, we're human beings, we don't have unlimited resources, and even as a business, if every time we have to send a guy out, and there is statistics that show that we will not sell 70% of the free estimates that we go out to quote. It's just an industry standard based on the statistics. We may have a different view from our company standpoint. We have a much better closing rate because we offer so much upfront value with how we approach the marketplace. But generally speaking, you don't have the ability to sustainably operate a business efficiently if 70% of the time you go out to somebody's home, they're saying no. And that's because of lack of information. I reckon to say that homeowners will know better, because we trust the homeowner to make the best decisions, to invite somebody out to their home who they have already trusted, they have already gotten the number they are looking for, that they're comfortable with. I don't know that homeowners are going to bring you out to their home at that point not making a decision. So what our system has done, it's helped us to be less overworked and just throwing numbers out, and we can do that automatically. We can do that through our system, and it gives us and the customer a level playing field. So when we're going out to their home, literally all we're doing is going out to take measurements, to double check the information to make sure everything's accurate, and to complete finance docs or to receive payment or to schedule the job. And so congratulations, homeowner. You don't have to anymore call 6-7 companies out to get a number, because eventually, most times, you don't even really process the information accurately because you're so tired. You're ending up just going with anyone based on, no real consensus. It's just because you're so frustrated. Well, you can't take another week off. I'm just gonna go with the next guy, or I like that guy's the color of his truck, or I like that guy did this or did that. And it's not always because of the best value. It's just because all the information paralysis and the information overload just pushed you into a place. I'm just gonna do something, I'm hot. And I've seen that so long after doing this for so many years. So that's my final nugget to you guys. We're going to put a link below this video. If you are looking for a brand new air conditioner in your home, click the link below, fill out the form, and we'll be able to give you the price online. If you're seeing this video, it means you may be living in our work area in the Central Florida area where we cover, and some areas outside of that. And it's possible that you may be able to get that quote online. So Palm Bay, Melbourne, West Melbourne, Grand Valkyria, Vieira, Titusville, Cocoa, Orlando, Port St. Lucie. Go ahead and do what you do instead of calling a bunch of companies out and pretty much wasting your time, wasting their time. 70% of the time you're not even gonna buy anyway. Half these companies, they don't have customer service skills. These guys are overworked, God bless them. And some of them just don't have the patience all the time to go through data and information. And it's not always that they are the worst professionals. It's just that tradespeople are so overworked. And so sometimes we help each other when we're able to bridge the gap with the most accurate information possible. Hey, so I want to encourage you to go ahead and click that link below and fill out the form, see if we're a right fit for you, and we'll be more than happy after you have selected a price that you think is going to work for you and your family. We can now go in, get you scheduled, and we'll come out to your home to do a couple things, whether it's buttoning up the detail, making sure everything is correct, doing the measurements, getting to know each other on a more personal basis. Also, just pretty much doing financing, taking care of how everything is going to get paid for. If we're going to apply for 0% financing for 6 months, for 12 months, for 18 months, if we're going to do extended payments to get your payments down as low as $59 to make sure you can afford the project, whatever we got to do, we'll make every effort to make sure you're comfortable. Hey, again, my name is Adrian with Launchpad Services, operating out of Palm Bay, Florida. And I'm so excited to be your local HVAC contractor. And everything that we do it with the mantra in mind. Launchpad Services, where our service is out of this world. Hey, have a blessed day, and we'll talk very soon. Go ahead, click that link, fill out that form, and let us know if we're a right fit. And you'll know based on the pricing that you'll see, and maybe that will trigger you. Something will get your attention that you like. You may have questions, and at that time you'll be able to schedule a call with us, and we'll be more than happy to get out to you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.